Hi there, beautiful humans. Tonight, I want to send a message out to a member of the Albuquerque poetry community. We're going to call her M for her medical privacy. She is having a really hard time in the hospital. Uh, it was struck down with flu and turned into pneumonia, and I just want to reach out on behalf of the whole Albuquerque poetry community and say, we love you, Em. Get well soon. We're all thinking of you, and we just love you so much. So love, hugs, kisses, and everybody out there, send your prayers and healing energy to Em, because we really are a family in the poetry community. The other thing I want to say, and this is just relevant to the times, we are celebrating Black History in February. Period, point blank. We're not forgetting about Black History because somebody said so or because Google took it off the calendar. It's still on the calendar, folks. And so I wanted to do some poems by some famous Black poets. And I said, okay, I don't want to do Maya Angelou or Langston Hughes, not because they're not great poets, they are, but everybody does them. They're kind of the obvious ones. So I looked up great Black American poets online, and one came up as a minimalist writer. And I said, oh, that's great. I love minimalist writers. So I'm going to look at her. And it was Lucille Clifton who came up. And as I read several of her poems, I realized that they were poems I had read before. I just didn't realize that they were by her. And they were really awesome. So I would like to share with you Lucille Clifton, who lived from, 1936 to 2010. So she definitely lived through some significant times. All right. The first one I'd like to share with you is called Cutting Greens. Curling them around, I hold their bodies in obscene embrace, thinking of everything but kinship. Collards and kale strain against each strange other, away from my kiss-making hand and the iron bed pot. The pot is black, the cutting board is black, my hand, and just for a minute the greens roll black under the knife, and the kitchen twists dark on its spine, and I taste in my natural appetite the bond of live things everywhere. Oh, did I mention? No, I did not. That Lucille Clifton was up for the Pulitzer Prize 3 times, and she was a finalist twice. And she was the Poet Laureate of Maryland for like 7 years. And she wrote a successful series of children's books on top of being an amazing poet. Now, this is a really great poem, but unfortunately, I don't think I have the hips to pull it off, but it's one of her most famous poems. So, one of the great things about poetry is that despite the fact that I am a middle-aged white woman, you can still hear the voice of a magnificent Black woman coming through her poetry. And that's the magic of poetry. These hips are big hips. They need space to move around in. They don't fit into little petty places. These hips are free hips. They don't like to be held back. These hips have never been enslaved. They go where they want to go. They do what they want to do. These hips are mighty hips. These hips are magic hips. I have known them to put a spell on a man and spin him like a top. This one is called Jasper, Texas, 1998. I am a man's head hunched in the road. I was chosen to speak by the members of my body. The arm, as it pulled away, pointed toward me. The hand opened once and was gone. Why and why and why should I call a white man brother? Who is the human in this place? The thing that is dragged or the dragger? What does my daughter say? The sun is a blister overhead. If I were alive, I could not bear it. The townsfolk sing, "We shall overcome," while hope bleeds slowly from my mouth into the dirt that covers us all. I am done with this dust. I am done. I wasn't going to have mercy on y'all. This is Black History Month. You get the good with the bad. Wishes for sons. I wish them cramps. I wish them a strange town and the last tampon. I wish them no 7-Eleven. I wish them 1 week early and wearing a white skirt. I wish them 1 week late. Later, I wish them hot flashes and clots like you wouldn't believe. Let the flashes come when they meet someone special. Let the clots come when they want to. Let them think they have accepted arrogance in the universe. Then bring them to gynecologists, not unlike themselves. She's badass. Just really appreciate her. And she does it all in like 25 lines. It's really amazing. This one's called Sorrow Song. For the eyes of the children, the last to melt, the last to vaporize. For the lingering eyes of the children staring, the eyes of the children of Buchenwald, of Vietnam and Johannesburg. For the eyes of the children of Nagasaki. For the eyes of the children of the Middle Passage. For Cherokee eyes, Ethiopian eyes, Russian eyes, American eyes. For all that remains of the children, their eyes, staring at us, amazed to see the extraordinary evil in ordinary men. This last poem is called Won't You Celebrate With Me? Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I had no model, born in Babylon, both non-white and a woman. What did I see to be except myself? I made it up here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. All right, celebrating Black history with Lucille Clifton's poetry. Have a good night, beautiful humans.